exactly what you want to see. Let's run this puppy in. Score a touchdown and tie this game. Life, run for your life, touchdown on one play. Worked on this in practice. Touchdown. It's up to Kelvin Benjamin. This is all you, buddy. Kelvin Benjamin for a touchdown. Oh, he toasted his man. Holmes toasted his man. Spin move. Oh! Oh! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the What a Juice channel, and welcome back to the episode of the Chicago Cougars here on Madden 22. The Relocation franchise is back again, and I am in a little bit of a happier mood than in the past couple of episodes. Last episode, let's be frank, the last episode was not my finest moments, both playing the game and both reacting to what has happened in the game. So we have moved on. We will not discuss the details of what went down in the last episode, except for the fact that we lost 47-42 to the Buffalo Bills, but we have moved on. We are 1-2 on the year, and we are looking to focus on what's ahead of us and not looking back in the past. So we've got the New Orleans Saints in today's episode. Hopefully we play a lot better. If you guys are excited, smash that like button, hit that notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club. We'd love to have you. Let's get into some Madden 22 Chicago Cougars Relocation episode. And here we are. Week number 4 of the NFL season. Year 3 of the save. Year 2 of the Cougars. We are the defending Super Bowl champions, but once again, that was on All-Pro difficulty. This season is on All Madden difficulty. So it's a lot different. But there are some bright spots. We have a breakout player that we have to find out who it is, that we will find out in a second. That will be going into the Saints game, trying to get him up to a development trait, whatever it may be. Maybe it'll be Davis Mills. Maybe it'll be Chase Young. That'd be cool to get him up to Superstar X Factor. I don't know, but we'll have to find out in a second. We are 1-2. We are going up against the 1-2 New Orleans Saints, who have a really good offense, but a subpar defense, just like our defense. So maybe this will be a little bit more even. I don't think I scouted. I did not scout. So let's go do some scouting really quickly. We don't really necessarily need a quarterback because we have both Davis Mills and Trey Lance. So we don't necessarily need to scout a quarterback. So we're good on that. Running backs, we could take a couple scouting points and use on some of these running backs who look pretty decent. Tevin Carey, okay. Montrell Hooker looks very interesting. He's a second-round talent, too. That could be a steal. We have a second-round pick. So we don't have our first-round pick. That's why we need to play really good, because we traded our first-round pick to get Trey Lance. So we need to play really well to get to make it. Ooh, here we go. So we have Oscar Briggs and Montrell Hooker, both elusive backs, both with Oscar looks a little bit better. He has a juke, and Montrell Hooker has a minus juke. They both have A- ball carrying vision and A carrying. So Oscar looks a little bit better. We'll continue to scout a couple more positions. We'll get a couple wide receivers scouted, even though we don't necessarily need wide receivers. Let's move to not necessarily tight ends. Let's get some offensive linemen for sure. Desmond Metcalf will scout. Oh, he's a garbage player. These offensive linemen suck so much. I don't know why the draft classes always have the worst offensive linemen ever. I don't know what it is. But we got to do weekly strategy as well. We have to stop Alvin Kamara. They have Ian Book as their quarterback, so that's not a threat at all. But we have to stop Alvin Kamara. So defending the outside run is most definitely what we're going to be doing. Then we are going to be continuing to start Davis Mills, because last episode was not a good representation of what Davis Mills can do. That was more a mixture of me being bad at the game and Madden just being a bad game. So we'll continue to start Davis Mills. That wasn't his fault. He threw like 4 or 5. I think didn't he throw 6 interceptions? I don't remember what I did. It might have been 4. It was something something crazy, but that wasn't a good representation of what Davis Mills can do. So we are going to continue to throw it short, because that seems to be the best game plan with Davis Mills. Although he has a tendency to throw the deep bomb, so throw for 350 passing yards. I think that's doable. Hopefully. Jeff Sewell is very close to getting an upgrade point. Sean Wade is very close to getting an upgrade point. Everybody else is still just kind of in the middle or already had gotten one. So start the training. Hopefully it's a clean bill of health in practice. Because last thing we need is a big name player going down with an injury. And just as I say that, J.J. Watt has a dislocated shoulder and he will be out for the game. So we lose our starting defensive tackle. Anybody on offense that's going to go down with an injury? No, it's just J.J. Watt. So we lose J.J. for the game. That means Amenahue will be in there. Ooh, Mekhi Becton gets an upgrade point. We are going to get him on pass protector. We are going to make sure that he has pass protecting up a little bit more. He is a superstar. Brevin Jordan also gets an upgrade point. I wish he would have developed a little bit more. He kind of got thrown to the sidelines when we signed Zach Ertz, and it kind of sucks because I do like Brevin Jordan. We're going to keep Laramie Tunsil on pass protecting as well. Hopefully that gets him up. He needs to be higher than just a star, but he is 29, so I understand why he's not any higher. Taking a look at the lineups, we are looking very good. Davis Mills will get the start, like I mentioned. As for the defense, Devon Hamilton and Ross Blacklock will be the starters. Okay, so Amenahue falls to third string. So it's going to rely heavily on Trent Favors and Chase Young. Obviously, we still have Patrick Surtain and Kyle Fuller. But I do want to make sure that the abilities on Patrick Surtain are good. So we want him to have... what should be his X Factor ability? Shutdown? Erase receivers from the game. They enter the zone. Their coverage is tighter than his... Ooh, I like shutdown. Yeah, let's go with shut. He's going to be a shutdown corner. He's going to have... hopefully, can he get Acrobat? Because Acrobat is OP in this game. There it is. Yes, Acrobat. Put Acrobat on him, and then put Pick Artist on him. There we go. So he's got Shutdown, Acrobat, and Pick Artist as his X Factor abilities. What is Trent Favors? I think he's got Fearmonger as his X Factor ability. We only have 2 X Factor players on our squad, so some pass rushers intimidate quarterbacks with their sheer presence. When they enter the zone, they can apply significant pressure. What else can he get? He can get Blitz. Effective D-line captains are just examples to follow their motivators when they enter all opposing blockers. Ooh, that could be good. The most tenacious defenders beat their blockers by sheer force of will. They were into the zone. They rush. Ooh, okay. I might want to put Relentless. Momentum shift players demoralize their opponents when they enter the zone. All on-field opponents are knocked out of the zone. That could be good. Run stuffer, we don't really need for him. He's more of a pass rusher. Reinforcement, not really what we need. Unstoppable force. Elite pass rushers, strength, speed, and tenacity when they have their abilities increase. Their win weight. Ooh, okay. I'm going to put unstoppable force on him. Strip specialist. I don't think he needs necessarily each strip specialist. So we are going to put defenders with this ability have increased success rate when they are using conservative diving tackles. That might be good because I suck at I suck at user tackling, so that might be good. Recuperation. That might be what we need. Goal line stuff, no. Inside stuff, no. No outsiders. Ooh, that might be good. No outsiders. I'm going to put recuperate. No, I'm going to put secure tackler on him, and we have an ability to put a second superstar ability. Edge threat definitely is probably the one because he is an edge threat guy. So, yeah, definitely edge threat is going to be. Defenders with this ability use faster, more dominant pass rush moves while rushing from the edge of the defense. That's going to be huge because I've mentioned this in previous videos that Trent Favors really hasn't made much of an impact this season, so maybe having edge threat on him will be the difference. Will make the difference in his performance on the field. So I wanted to make sure that I got those X Factor abilities switched so that it would give us the best opportunity. Now it's time to check out the breakout player scenario. I'm disappointed. I had one of the best games of the season last week and we lost. I couldn't carry some victory. I got a pretty good promise I'll make some plays for real. Somebody, DBs. Get Terry McLaurin 4+ touchdowns or 200+ yards rushing receiving. Oh, so Scary Terry has the opportunity to become a superstar X Factor, which would be our third. Scary's he is a superstar development player. This would be our first offensive X Factor. We have to get him 4+ touchdowns, or what did I say, 400 yards total of rushing and receiving. That's going to be tough. It looks like it's going to be the Terry McLaurin show for sure against the Saints. No matter if we win or lose, we got to focus heavily because we have to have a superstar X Factor on offense. We just need to. Players ready to negotiate. I'm not sure who's here. Oh, that's right. It's Chase Young, Tunsil, Devon Hamilton, Mekhi Becton. That's correct. I forgot about that. So Mekhi is going to want so much money, but he's a stud left tackle that we have to have. So I'm first going to bring Chase Young back. I mean, we just have to bring Chase Young back. So we're going to give him a max contract, a 5-year deal. This may seem like a lot of money, but it's worth it because it's Chase Young. All right, we bring Chase Young back, and we definitely have to bring Mekhi Becton back. So we're going to bring him back on a similar kind of contract to what we just signed Chase Young to. So he's back. So we have our left tackle of the franchise, our franchise left tackle, and we have our franchise pass rusher, both signed to contracts. Now, Laramie Tunsil and Devon Hamilton are interesting. I want to kind of bring back both of them. We are going to have to manage our money a little bit better. What if I can get him on a little bit of a cheaper contract? I've just paid $200 million plus to 2 guys. So if I can pay you a little bit less, $58 million over 4 years. Okay, good. So we got Laramie Tunsil back. I'm going to hold on Devon Hamilton until we see a little bit later because there's still a couple guys that I want to bring back, like Trayvon Diggs, Cam Curl I probably want to bring back, Cesar Ruiz for a couple more seasons, maybe Logan Wilson for a couple seasons. So we got a lot of guys to pay, and I don't want to waste some money that we may need on other guys. So negotiations are going to hold for right now. We've done scouted players. We are ready to score touchdowns with Scary Terry. I think we're finally ready to go. Davis Mills is going to be our quarterback again for the 2nd week in a row. We are playing the Saints, 1-2 versus 1-2. Wish me luck, boys. This is going to be interesting. Smash that like button if you go on to enjoy this video. Hit that notification bell. Subscribe to the channel. Join the Juice Club. We'd love to have you. Oh, please give me a win against the Saints.
It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Saints and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin alongside my good friend Charles Davis. And CD, for as much as the defender in you probably hates to hear it, the NFL is a league ruled by offenses, and we've got a couple of good ones about ready to do battle here.
Well, you know me quite well. Maybe one day I can get to be commissioner. I can flip that around a little bit, and we can just talk about defense. But let's face it, we're talking about 2 units that rank in the top 5 in the league. So I think this might be a game where you forget about the field goal. You better finish your drives with touchdowns if you want to keep up with the Joneses on the other sideline.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Chicago Cougars football is underway in Chicago because we are home. We've had a couple games on the road in the early part of this season. We're finally back at home. We're finally back ready to go. And I'm not scared of Ian Book. I'm not scared of him. I should be though. He's got 10 touchdowns and 1 interception so far this season with almost 700 yards. All right. So Surtain should be covering Michael Thomas. We have to worry about Alvin Kamara. This offense is very scary. Ian Book's going to take off and run for the first play of the game. He's going to get 6 yards and slide down. Jeff Sewell will be the one to grab him. Okay, so whoa, what happened? What? How did I do that? Hold on. Why am I player locking Trent Favors? What just happened? Why am I player locking Trent Favors? Did I press something on accident? Okay, there it is. That was so weird. I don't know how I player locked Trent Favors, but I did. I'm glad it was only one play because that was really weird. I was thrown off. But it is going to be a struggle to stop Alvin Kamara, to blitz this team or to pass rush this team because they have their edges protected very well with very good tackles. 1 for 1 for 7 yards. 3rd and 2. I am excited to finally use Trent Favors correctly. with unstoppable force, with edge threat, with all these good abilities on him. He's going to get that first down, which sucks, but there wasn't really much we were going to do unless I would have sent everybody, but I didn't really want to. We've got to remember, we cannot forget, we have to get Terry McLaurin 4 touchdowns in this game, and Trent Favors will get in the backfield and stop him for no gain. And the right tackle Ramchick is hurt. Trent Favors might be having a field day here. Even Odafe Owe could be having a field day. Maybe that'll be done for the season, or for the game, and then we can be good. Pat Surtain is going to stop him alongside, who is that? Oh, Lonnie Johnson Jr., that's right. I'm still getting used to numbers, everybody. I'm still getting used to numbers. 3rd and 2, Ian Book. We're going to blitz everybody. That's going to not work. He pushed it out to the edge. I thought he was going to run up the middle. He pushed out to the edge. That was a smart play from Alvin Kamara. All right, Ramchick is still not in the game. We need to take advantage of this as quickly as possible because we don't know when Ryan Ramchick will be back in the game. That's going to be another run for Kamara. They are going to be a very run-heavy team, and we figured they would be. We figured that they would be a very run-heavy team, but I don't want to commit fully to the run because that's when Ian Book will take us apart. They'll start to draw us in with a sense of security, and then we'll get taken apart with the run game or with the pass game. Pat Surtain saves a first down there. Let's go with a pinch play, just in case. See if we can get up the middle with somebody. Somebody get back there. Somebody. Royals stopped him. No, Favors. He pulled him forward. Royals got stiff-armed, and Favors tackled him forward for the first down. Oh, we had him stopped too. The Jags are 4-0, by the way. I don't know what's going on in Jacksonville. Why is he wide open? But that's going to be a touchdown. Broken and busted coverage. I don't understand what happened on that play. Let's go back in time and watch this back. What happened here? So we have... Who's supposed to be on him? Let's turn this camera around. Who's supposed to be on him? This is Jeff Sewell. Jeff Sewell's on him. He gets kind of... It's a weird bunch where they run into each other. Fuller, Sewell, and Hendricks all run into each other. And then Jeff Sewell just runs at the quarterback for some reason. He just goes straight at Ian Book like he's going to sack him, but he's like 15 yards away by the time the ball's thrown. And then just nobody back there, and Hendricks is wide open for an easy touchdown. Jeff Sewell, this game is bad, bro. It's just really bad. There's not really much more you can say, except for this game is really, really bad. Well, we're down early in this game, but we've been down in every game we played so far, and every game has been competitive. So let's see what Tajay Chamberlain can do on the kickoff. We finally get the ball in the first quarter. We got some space, but I got caught. We had some space. Get it to the 26-yard line, and here comes Davis Mills. Hopefully a better outing than he had last week. We're going to look past that, though. I did throw 6 interceptions. I thought I did. I thought I threw 6 interceptions in this game. All right, so we've got to focus on Terry McLaurin. He's got to get 4 touchdowns, or what was it? Was it 400-plus total yards, or was it... Ah! This is how it's going to be? That's how it's going to be. We're going to have no time to even look down the field. I'm just glad I threw it away. And we're going to not be able to run the ball either. Oh, God. This is going to be a tough game if we can't do anything. And plus, I already don't punt the football, so I'm already at a disadvantage. I'm already at a massive disadvantage because I don't punt the football. Why is he coming on free? Zach Ertz with the missed tackle. Oh, why was that man coming unfree? Why was he coming free in the lane? That was scary. It works, though. I panicked and pressed catch and run, but it turned out to work for me, so I'll take it. Terry, that's a stupid call. You cannot call these penalties, man. Oh, Laramie Tunsil with the holding call. Oh, I got something in my eye. Ow, it's just the pain of me getting these bad calls. That's a pick. I wanted Terry McLaurin the entire time. I saw him. Don't say that, Brandon Godden. I saw him. I wanted Terry McLaurin, but I panicked and threw it to triangle. I'm panicking a lot in this game, okay? This means a whole lot. This is a big game. Luckily, Devontae Smith back in the game, and he gets a big catch. But Mekhi Becton, our new man, is injured. Not our new man. Our freshly paid man is injured now. If he goes down for the season, I don't know what I'll do, but it'll be bad. Let's just say that. Davis, you cannot miss those, Davis. You cannot miss those. Ah, Davis. I can't with you right now. You cannot miss those passes. You were setting your feet. Why is he wide open? Not wide open. Why is he coming in unblocked? Abdominal tear won't be in the game. I want to break things. I want to break things. This game sucks so much. That's going to work, luckily. That's going to be the end of the first quarter, too. So, already, we've had many plays where the linebackers and safeties come unblocked into the backfield, and I've had to throw it away. I have something in my eye. Davis Mills is very inaccurate. We've had penalties called against us, and our franchise left tackle is now out for the game with an abdominal tear. So, fun. fun in the sun. That's gotta be Terry. That's gotta be Terry. That's number one. That's number 1 of 4 that he needs. Thank you, Terry. This is gonna have to be a big day for you. And Kaimi hits it good. Tied 7-7. We were able to fight through all of the things going against us, and we cancel out the momentum, which is big too. All right, defense. I would actually like to stop Alvin Kamara this time, and I would actually hope that we play good defense this time, but it's Madden, so we probably won't. I am going to continue. Ooh, Ramczyk is not in the game. I got to check the injury list. This is massive. Ramczyk is still not in the game. J.J. Watt's out for the game. He's done for the game too. Ryan Ramczyk is still to be determined. Okay, so he is not decided on whether he's coming back or not. And Trent Favors, man! Yes! Those abilities are coming in clutch. His second sack of the season. Oh, 2nd down 17. That's going to be huge. Absolutely massive if those abilities, those X-Factor abilities come into play in this game and he actually starts to play well. I might have had a sack with Odafe Oweh, but I did like a juke move or something and he like shuffled. So that was my fault. But especially against this backup right tackle, Trent Favors is going to have a field day against him. And that's going to be in the backfield. Cam Curl, and we hold him to a 3-and-out. Big time plays from the defense. Cam Curl got in the backfield quickly. Plus, it helped that Alvin Kamara got stopped by his own lineman, so he lost all his momentum. I'm going to take it, though. Devontae Smith already has a punt return in this season. He will not get another one because there's no blocking from any of the return guys. But we have the momentum in the defense, or in the offense. All right, let's do this. Davis, I need you to be very, very much more accurate than you were last drive. Even on the touchdown to Terry, you weren't that accurate. Go up the field. Scary Terry! No! You've got to be kidding me. You got to be joking. You just got to be kidding. Like, that's got to be a lie, right? That didn't really happen. That didn't happen at all. I sent Terry back up the field. I secured the catch with Terry, and it pops out, and he catches it off the rebound, man. That's so annoying. First off, why does the ball just pop out in that direction? Come on, we had all the time in the world, all the momentum. Oh, I sold it. Yes, I probably could have thrown it away and lived to fight another day, but I wanted Terry. Yes, Odafe, good job. Ah, that's so annoying. That's 7 interceptions for Davis Mills, and a lot of them haven't really even been his fault necessarily. Ah, so annoying, man. I hate this game so much. I just really do. Tackle him, please. All right, we stopped him there. It's 3rd down. Davis Mills got hurt and is out for the game. Trey Lance will come in and save Davis Mills. I didn't even realize he got hurt. Interesting. That is a game changer. Tackle. It's Michael Thomas. Tackle him. Jeez. Everything that's gone wrong that could have gone wrong has gone wrong in this game. Let me just tell you that. And somehow it's only 7-7. They're doubling Trent Favors, which is understandable. Michael Thomas with another catch. Odafe Owe has done everything in this game. He's been everywhere. Sean McVay trying to show some plays to the offense. It doesn't matter because Davis Mills isn't in the game anymore. He's injured. Luckily, Terry already has a touchdown. Get to him! Big time hit! The ball's out! Pick it up! What are we doing? Oh my God! This game sucks! The fumble mechanics, the AI when a fumble is out is just so bad. The ball's literally right next to these guys. Just reach a hand out and pick it up. And somehow Alvin Kamara, the ball gets kicked off his leg. All my guys are stumbling there. And somehow Kamara gets it and actually gets yardage out of it. What? If this was real life, which I know obviously it's a video game. I know everything can't be perfect. I understand that. But if this happened in real life, and who is this? Devon Hamilton? Devon Hamilton would not be in the game. He would be cut on the spot if he had the ball right next to his hands with no like competition of grabbing the ball. Nobody's there. Alvin Kamara was on his back at this point. And you didn't pick it up, you let it go, you let it bobble free, and then it gets kicked away and Alvin Kamara gets yardage out of it? If that happened in real life, I'm cutting Devon Hamilton. If I was the head coach, I would, like, just go. You're done. You're off the team. Just leave. Just at this point, you can't play football because you miss an opportunity to get the ball back. Like, what? How can Madden think that's an acceptable animation? Like, what? I don't understand. Knock that ball out. God. This game is horrible. There's no way they should be in this spot. We should have the ball back on that fumble. We should have had the ball back on that fumble recovery. But for some reason, the AI didn't want to reach their hand literally a centimeter and get the ball. It was basically given to Devon Hamilton. He didn't even pick it up. Oh, I completely whiffed on the big hit, but luckily Kamara stepped out of bounds. Oh, man, this game the past 3 weeks has just been the worst. The worst game I've ever played. I mentioned this in the live streams I do. I mentioned this in the gameplay that I do. It's just a bad game. I don't know if you guys are feeling the same way, or if it's just me. Maybe I'm just really bad at the game and then I'm taking it out on the actual game itself. Kalen Cousins with a big sack. That's huge. Elon Book ran right into him. But like I said, I don't know if it's me being bad at the game and I'm just taking my anger out on it or what, or if you feel the same way that I do. But this game just knocked that out. In what universe? Okay, do you have a superstar X Factor corner who plays this tight of coverage on a running back and misses like that? What? How? Use your other hand. Get in front of him, reach over and knock that ball out. That's what I didn't press triangle to intercept. I pressed square to deflect and knock the ball incomplete. But I get that animation. Why would I want that animation in that situation? Why? I don't understand it. This game doesn't make sense. This game sucks. It's the worst game I've ever played in my life. I don't understand why they would give me that animation. I pressed it in the right situation. I pressed it at the right time. I didn't do anything wrong. And yet I get scored on because of it. This game sucks. It absolutely just sucks. It's the worst game. Not even just the worst sports game, not the worst football game. It's the worst game ever made. It just doesn't make sense. Nothing that happens in this game makes sense. And yet we still pay EA, or we still give EA money because we're sheep. And we all do, we just do it because we do it. Trey Lance in the game for the injured Davis Mills. That gives us a little bit more mobility, but as I say that, I get sacked because this game is bad. We're running the same play. That's a pick. Oh my God, I am going to break something. I had no time because I got pressured. Thank you for finally giving me a deflection animation or a pass breakup. Somehow the Saints have all the momentum in the world. Can we please get to Ian Book? He's not that fast of a quarterback. He's not that fast of a quarterback. Oh my God. What are we doing? What kind of defense are we playing out here? Are we playing zone? Because it doesn't look like it.
As they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there.
Really? Really? So you think that when I press square, I want to stay 3 yards back of the intended receiver and just put my hand up in the air like I'm gonna deflect it, not even make an attempt at the receiver? You think that's a good animation? And then for some reason dive because I pressed it again thinking it was gonna work, and then I dove and it doesn't matter because he scored the touchdown because he was wide open? Like, why would, if somebody showed this to the people that work at EA, what would be their excuse? I'm sure they'd find some way to blame me, the player, for their bad mistakes, but how do you defend this? How do you defend a player playing this soft of coverage in the end zone? He's playing 3 yards behind the receiver in the end zone. He doesn't make an attempt at the ball. He raises his hand like an idiot. This is my best corner, by the way. This isn't just some scrub I signed off the street. This is my best corner raising his hand 3 yards behind the receiver. Not even make an attempt at the player until he already catches it, already makes a football move in the end zone. How do you defend that? How does EA respond? How would they respond to that? There's no reasonable explanation other than this. They don't know how to make a football game. You just don't know how to make a football game. And I'm not saying that I would know how to make a football game. Obviously, I wouldn't. But there's got to be a company out there that knows how to make a football game better than this. Anything would be better. Literally anything would be better. Bring back Tecmo Bowl. That would be better than the garbage that EA spits out every single year. It's just the worst. It is literally the worst. I can't express it enough. I don't know if it's the anger and the animosity is coming through the camera, but this game is bad. It's not just like a bad football game. It's not just a bad experience. It is a bad, it's bad. Like there's no other words. You can't have a exclusive license to a company and give us this. Every year, it's recycled content. It's no changes to the game. And if it is, it's something that they removed for no reason 10 years ago that they bring back and acting like it's a new game or it's a new feature. It's just a bad game. There's no other explanation for it. And because of it being a bad game, I now have to be the recipient of it being a bad game, and I'm down 2 touchdowns in an important football game where my best receiver can't catch a pass. I just don't understand what I'm supposed to do. I obviously know that I'm not a good player. Like, I could be better. I could do a lot of things better. But I understand all that. But then again, I could use a little bit of help with the game being a little bit better. If this game was better, it would kind of help me get better. But this game's just so bad. And I'm not the only one that says this. If you go watch, Bengal or RBT or KK or whoever Madden YouTube, MMG, whatever Madden YouTuber you want to watch, they all say the same stuff. It's not just me saying it. So maybe EA should actually take a look in the mirror and realize, oh, we don't know how to make a football game. So we should give up the exclusive rights and give somebody else a try at making the game. 2K Football was a great game back in the day. 2K5 was a great game. It had great features, had great atmosphere, great ambiance. But no, they don't make games anymore for Madden. So all we get is this crap. And I couldn't even get excited about the great catch and run that Terry McLaurin just had, which is number 2, by the way, of the 4 touchdowns that he has to have to get Superstar X Factor. So we're halfway there. I don't know if we'll get it because the Saints run the clock out so much that it's hard to get the ball back. Please play tighter coverage. Please play tighter coverage on Michael Thomas. I definitely didn't want to come into this game with a rant, but I just can't help it. The things that have happened in this game so far that have cost me possessions and cost me points have just set me over the edge again. I don't want to be angry. I promise you, this isn't just for the video. Like, I'm not trying to be angry just for the video. I'm genuinely angry because of this game screwing me time and time again. Like, if he would have caught that, oh man, I would have been frustrated. Michael Thomas is in the zone. We've only sacked Ian Book 1 time. He's apparently like Michael Vick now, running the football. He didn't get that first down, which is good. They're going to kick the field goal. Finally, we hold him to not a touchdown. The field goal's up. It's drifting, but it is good. 10-point game. We've come back from 10-point deficits. We just got to play smart and just push forward. All right, getting the ball back. We have plenty of time to work with Terry McLaurin to get him the 4 touchdowns that he needs. But we got to establish some sort of run game. I know it's been hard because we can't run the football. No, I'm just giving up on the run. This game, we cannot run the football. I don't know why, but it's just not going to happen. So Trey Lance is going to have to either run himself or throw the football down the field because that's the only way we're going to get the ball moving. It's just that easy. It's that simple. I caught that? Okay, I'll take it. I did not think he was going to catch that. They're going to challenge. And it's overturned. So he didn't catch the football. Let's find out. All right. So we get 1 foot down. That foot's in. Don't tell me they screwed me. Do not tell me I cannot handle this. Do not tell me they just screwed me and overturned this call. Please do not tell me they did that. Where is Terry? There he is. Or Chamberlain, I mean. That foot is in bounds. There's grass in between the foot and the sideline. In bounds. That toe's on the ground. You gotta be kidding me. They overturned this. They said this isn't a catch. Every angle, That right foot is, toes are on the ground. That's 2 feet in bounds. That's a secured catch. Does he lose possession on the way down? I don't think he does. He doesn't. It's just, once again, Madden being a bad game. Look at that. You can see clearly there's space in between his toe and the sideline. That's a foot in bounds. The other toe drags. That is a completed catch. It doesn't get clearer than this angle right here. And they call that back. This game really is testing my patience, man. Really, really testing the patience. I can't physically comprehend the stupidity of this game. You show this to anybody. You walk up to a person in the street, you take a screenshot of this play. They don't have to know football. You ask them, hey, is this a catch? They say, 2 feet in bounds. Yeah, completed catch. He's got possession. The ball never bobbles out. It's a completed catch. Anybody with 2 eyes and a brain could see that. But this game has no sense of comprehension. I just don't understand it. I don't understand how this is not a catch. How? There's clearly space in between the toe and the grass and the sideline. Clear space. Look, that's an even better angle. You can see it. How is that not a catch? Just how? How can you call that not a catch, Madden? It doesn't make sense. Now I have a 3rd and 12 that I don't deserve because I completed the catch.
So Sean Payton corrected his decision to challenge as he wins the appeal.
He shouldn't have won the appeal. I should have won the appeal because it's a freaking catch. Unbelievable. This game just finds new ways to screw me out of wins and screw me out of good plays. It's unbelievable, man. It's absolutely unbelievable. I'm not even gonna react anymore. I'm not even going to react. This game has dulled me to the point of no reaction to the idiocy of these certain plays. Is that one a catch, Madden? That's a similar play to what Tajay just caught earlier. You're going to challenge again. I guarantee you they turn this back. I guarantee you. They called it a catch this time. Thank you, Madden, for finally giving me a catch. Unbelievable, bro. Actually unbelievable. I can't run the football! Why is it so hard to run the football against these guys? They're not that good at run defense. You gotta be kidding me. Block somebody! It's not hard to block somebody. You stand in front of them, you put your arms out, and you slow them down. You don't even have to just hold the block. Just slow them down so I get past you. Oh, I'm so close. I was so close with Terry. He almost scored that touchdown, which is what we need him to do. What's the play? Why did it turn into a run play? Did I accidentally turn it into a run play? I need this to be Terry. It needs to be Terry McLaurin. We can't risk it not being a Terry touchdown. And he's not even on this play.
That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback.
All right, we scored. Terry wasn't out on the field, but we scored, so it doesn't matter, I guess. I can't see the... I scored, but I couldn't see the freaking thing. It's okay. I can't see the kick meter. Where's the kick meter?
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Are you guys finally seeing what I'm seeing about how bad this game is? I hope you are, because, like, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable how bad this game is. We should not allow it to be like this. We need to do something about it. I can't do anything. I'm too small of a creator to do anything about it. Nobody will ever hear my thoughts on it. But these bigger YouTubers that make a difference, like RBT, MMG, K, Pizza, all these guys that have massive followings need to do something about this, because it's unacceptable that this game is so bad. It's just unacceptable.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw.
How would he get open?
This to his tight end, Troutman. He stiff arms him, and they do get him out of bounds.
You've got to be joking me. You've got to be joking on this play. First off, he has so much time in the pocket. For some reason, Justin Reed just lets him do a route and then just leaves. So he gets open there. But why would you... What am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say at this point? How is that an acceptable tackle attempt? And secondly, how does he not trip? He goes through me. And then he breaks that tackle. If he wouldn't have went out of bounds, he would have kept going because he broke that tackle as well. But, like, legit, is it the angle that I took? Is that the reason why? Even though I was holding the analog stick to the left so that it would tackle Troutman, and yet Justin Reed just dives in front of him for some reason? Like, I don't care anymore, bro. I just don't care. I don't care if we lose. I don't care if we win. And I should care because this game is important. Like, this is a big game. It's 2 one-win teams. We have an X factor on the line. I should care about this game, but it's just, it's doped me to the point of me not caring. Because it's just so bad. It doesn't matter what happens in this game, because this game will always screw me out of what I need.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Here's Boyd.
Thank God he didn't catch that. Thank God. We're going to hold him to another field goal. It's going to be so hard to get Terry McLaurin 2 more touchdowns in this game, man. Especially with 5 minutes to go. We have to score on this possession with Terry McLaurin. But we also have to get him a lot of yards, too, just in case. Because I don't think we're going to get 2 more touchdowns with Terry McLaurin. He needed to be on the field in that last touchdown drive. But he wasn't on the field. He was either tired or the play didn't call for him to be in there. I don't know what it was, but he just wasn't out there. So that kind of screwed us. But Terry has to be out here. He has to score. You gotta be kidding me. Thank God he didn't pick that off. Trey Lance is the most inaccurate quarterback I've ever thrown with in my life.
Why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing.
I'm surprised he didn't get that picked off.
No adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He'll buy some time right. On the run,
That was a risky throw. They're going to review this, obviously. They're not going to review this. I'll take it. I will freaking take it. Hey, actually got a decent run play. What a surprise. All right, Terry's one-on-one. There's no way that safety helps him.
Throwing now is Lance.
Terry McLaurin!
For a Chicago touchdown. Terry McLaurin is 30.
Let's go! Big time play from a big time player. That was just a lob and a prayer, and Terry muscled out everybody. Because he's that guy. Terry McLaurin is that guy. Look at that. I didn't even go down after the tackle. He shrugs him off because he's a beast. He's a freaking monster. He's a freaking monster. Let's go, Terry. That's what I'm freaking talking about. And we actually have the lead. What a novel concept. Unbelievable. We actually have the lead in full momentum. We have 3 out of 4 for Terry McLaurin. I don't remember the yardage. I feel like it was 200. But was it also 4? I remember there was like a 400 in there somewhere, right? He's got to drop that. He's got to drop that. Ryan Ramczyk is out for the game, it looks like. He has not been back. And Trent Favors has yet to really make an impact except for the 1 sack. Why is my man wide open? Why? What are we doing on defense? We're in a zone. We should be playing the zone. I really don't think that momentum affects the CPU that much. Like, what does it matter if they can't see the icons? That should only matter to user players, right? I don't know. I don't think it matters to them. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's the tackle you give me? It wasn't even a tackle.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
How do we get blocked? How do we get blocked?
But we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards.
Thank God.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating.
That was a lifesaver right there.
Gave up that play.
Oh God, Logan Wilson's covering Alvin Kamara. This is not good.
From the gun on 3rd down.
I did not know. I didn't mean to do that.
This might be a roughing call.
I didn't mean to do that. They're going to score. They're going to score off of this possession, all because I pressed square too many times, and he dove and hit Ian Book.
Book now to throw on 1st down. That's complete to Troutman right side. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's another
just the worst.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
We need a fumble. You've got to fumble that, Kamara. You've got to fumble it. How do you hold on to that football?
Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. Going for it all.
Thank you, Pat Surtain. You actually did something. He actually stopped the pass from being completed. What a novel concept. You've got to be joking me. You've got to be joking me. Trent Favors just wasn't quick enough to get to the quarterback. All right, that's an incomplete pass. Trent, you got to get to the quarterback. That's your job. It's what we're paying you your rookie contract for. It's why you're a superstar X Factor. That ball's out! That ball's out! Devon Hamilton!
It's going the other way. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, that simply is is a missed opportunity.
What
They're in position.
just happened?
Downfield and score. They got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up.
We still can't run the football.
It's gonna be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the
I don't think we can run this ball.
taking care of the ball.
I think we've got to pass. We just can't run.
Security drills in practice all next week.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, Terry, thank you for holding on to that football. They have no more timeouts. We've got to push this ball to Terry at all costs. Excuse me.
To go now in the football game.
It's got to be Terry.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Taj dropped it. Tajay dropped it. You can't drop those, Tajay.
Free, and it's second down.
I probably should have possession caught it, but you just can't drop those.
Second and 10. Lance flushed out right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard
I am playing very risky with a 1-point lead,
Big gain there.
but I need to score with Terry McLaurin again. I just have to.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Buying time to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete.
All right, I'm going to call a timeout. I'm probably screwing myself on this.
Inside the 20.
Something's going to happen. I just know it.
Defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining.
But I need Terry to get Superstar X Factor.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
I wish this wasn't the case. Terry McLaurin got bumped, but he caught it. That's 4. He got Superstar X Factor. Thank you, baby Jesus, for all that you do.
Puts him up 7, but now is when the fun begins, partner, because if you go and kick the extra point, it's still...
I had Jamar Chase as well, but I needed to force that to Terry. He has to have Superstar X Factor. It has to happen.
Fairbairn now to add the
Oh, wow, I can actually see the kick meter this time.
and that one will ensure that it'll take a touchdown and the 2-point
That's 4 touchdowns for Terry McLaurin. That's Superstar X Factor ability given to him. They need 8 points to tie this game. They need to score 2-point conversion with 29 seconds and no timeouts. I swear to God, if they tie this game, I will break something. Something in this house will be broken if they score a touchdown here.
offense on the field, ready to
We cannot allow it. It cannot happen, ladies and gentlemen.
time very much a factor.
We are better than the Saints team. We fought through all the crap that EA has given us.
They should be somewhat relaxed. And I
They're not going to have enough time to call another play. Oh, they will, but not a good play.
This is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to get
They're just dumping it off to Kamara.
timeouts,
And they're not going to have another play. They're not going to have time to spike it. We survived.
set yourself up,
Oh, we needed that win. We needed that win. We fought through all the crap that EA gave us. All of the crap.
defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense
Trey Lance played really well in this game, but we didn't really get a chance to see Davis Mills play really well because he got hurt.
They knew that they needed some type of a miracle there.
Oh my God, it was worth it. We could not run the football worth of crap. 234 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's got to be Superstar X Factor. Well, it is because we needed 4 touchdowns. We got 4 touchdowns. So that's Superstar X Factor for Terry McLaurin. That is unbelievably big. We sacked him twice, Trent Favors and Cousins. We didn't pick him off at all.
500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2.
Oh man, that was a much needed win. Much needed. Let's go. Terry McLaurin is now a superstar X Factor. It can use a zone ability. 10,000 plus XP for your receiver. That is so big, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you guys understand how big it is. That's what she said. Mekhi Becton's out for a month. Okay. All right. At least Davis Mills can come back. I don't know if we're going to start Davis in the next episode. Our offense seemed to work really well with Trey Lance. I'm not really sure what to do. J.J. Watt's coming back from his injury, his shoulder strain or whatever he had. It would have been nice to have J.J. in that game. We have upgraded players. It is Terry McLaurin because he got that 10,000 XP, so we're going to keep the deep threat on him. Oh, we got to work on his abilities now. We got to work on his abilities. So, his ability is yak him up. Do we want that or do you want double me? An aggressive receivers overpower defenders and attack the football. When they enter the zone, this ability increases their success rate on aggressive. That might be what we need to have him on. He doesn't need grab and smash or ankle breaker, wrecking ball, first one free. No, he doesn't need any of those. It would probably either be rack him up or double me. It's got to be double me. This has got to be double me. Deep in elite. Could be runoff elite. Energizer. No. Return man. No. Evasive. No. None of those top ones. Jukebox. No. Route apprentice. Ooh. Players with this ability have access to 4 additional hot routes. That might be crucial. Matchup nightmare. Receivers with the ability to make sharper cuts and freely win contested catches. I like that one too. Mid and elite. That's a good one. Mid out elite's also good. The elite route running things are good. Route technician. Receivers with this ability are high standard when creating stuff. That's so. There's a couple good ones that are really, really big. But I think route apprentice might be big. Then we get grab and go, wide receiver apprentice. Players of this ability have X. Oh, so I can. Wait. Slot apprentice. Reach for it. Red zone threat. I think I'm going to go with red zone threat, but I also could switch it to wide receiver apprentice and then get a new ability on the other side. But I think I'm going to have him have red zone threat. So he's got double me, route apprentice, and red zone threat. So he's got 4 additional hot route abilities or options. We can start our relocation. Why would we want to relocate? We just moved a couple years ago to Chicago. Is our stadium really that bad? Our stadium is 94 rating. Everything's level 5. Why would we want to? That'd be stupid. Why would we move? I guess we could. Everybody's happy. Yeah, everybody, all the fans are happy. That'd be dumb to relocate the team. And that's not the point of the series. The point of the series is the Chicago Cougars. So weekly strategy, we're going up against the Seahawks, who have Russell Wilson and Devontae Adams apparently. So that's gonna be fun. Did Terry McLaurin make it in the record books for that? Because that was a 234-yard game. I don't remember what exactly the record is. A game receiving yards. He does not make it. 284 is the lowest. What about touchdowns? He should be on this list, right? Oh, you're telling me he didn't make it on this list with 4? He has 6 though. When did he get that? Last year he got 6? I don't remember that. Or do I? I don't remember. Stats so far in the year. That's a lot of interceptions from 2 different quarterbacks. Rushing the football, we could not run the football at all with Mostert last game. 580 yards for Terry McLaurin. Everybody else has got like 100 or not even. Defensively, we haven't been picking the ball off as much. We only have 2 interceptions as a team. Patrick Surtain had 11 last year, and he only has 1 this year, and that was in the first game against the Browns. This is definitely going to be a grind of a season, but that was a much, much needed victory. I'm so happy that we got it. And that's going to do it for this video. In the next episode, we will play the Seahawks, the 2-2 Seahawks, which is another must-win game. They are worse than us, though, which is good. So maybe that'll work to our advantage. Then we got a bye week. So big things happening in this series. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys didn't fall asleep to the rant or just get roll your eyes to the rant, because it was going on for most of that game. It's just this game's so bad. I know we won. I should be happy. I am happy, but this game is just bad. So thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. We're trying to make the best out of a bad game. I hope you guys do enjoy. Subscribe to the channel. Join the Juice Club. We love to have you. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.